The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Basil Chapman.
Hi everyone, Basil Chapman on the 23rd day of July. My pleasure to be here Monday through Friday at this time. Had the pleasure of being with Tommy Jr. at 10 o'clock this morning. We're doing the same thing tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. And Tom's away in Chicago. You can see him at I think it's the Money Show in Chicago. The other thing is I will be doing Tom's show at 4 o'clock today. So with that said, down 14. I am anticipating, and hopefully subscribers to my opening call are anticipating, that we will go to 25,216 or higher to start leg D. There's a Chapman wave left side, right side price time match. It's not exactly to the plumb line. I had to choose another bar. I usually make an arch or a cup at the exact midpoint of the curve. If it doesn't work, you have no choice but to extend it to the right. And to the right means that it could go until the 26th to try to test the 25,215 area. My thinking is that we're going to sneak above 25,215 for leg D in the Chapman wave methodology. What does that mean? Identify the lowest low bar, merely count each successively high peak alphabetized, peak A, peak B, peak C, peak D. At the fourth highest peak, that's where other things can happen. It can go even to an E, F, and G, but D is really where we assess whether or not there's a chance to move even higher, or whether it'll just be a modest pullback, or maybe something more serious, as it was at the high of the 12th of June at 25,402 in the daily chart, and a trough D on the 28th when it ran to the high side. Down 16 right now. It's kind of chop, chop, chop. There was a Chapman wave trend gauge reading on Friday that would have suggested that there will be a 9 to 11 point E-mini rally, perhaps overnight even, but within 2 days. And that should help stabilize the general market. We did get that earlier this morning, very early, overnight. And it's helped ameliorate some of the selling pressure, which is not quite done yet. But the MACD is very good, and the stochastics at 90%. That is good. The weekly chart is saying chop, chop, chop in a range, a rectangle formation, and that's really what we're looking at here. So S&P, SPX at this point is up $1.90. It has come back from the low that was made at 27, is that 92? 27.95.14. That's the cash, of course. So the cash has come back very nicely. It's given us that bounce. Now we're going to see what happens over the rest of the day. It has made a peak D. It's accomplished what needs to be done to get to a buy mode designation in the Chapman wave methodology. Leg D in the weekly, the last peak D in January 26th of 2018 at 28.72s, saw a whopper of a pullback down to 25,132. So you're at 28.03 right now, up $1.69. I suggested to my subscribers that at 12:35 today, if the S&P is up 6 or more, then there should be a pretty decent close. If it's down 3 or just kind of modestly up, then chop, 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 we might be in for a narrow close. All right, let's go on. QQQ series. I just wanted to show you something here. The QQQ series. I won't do the futures right now. At 179, up a penny. So it's called now the Invesco QQQ Trust Series. I used to love saying Power Shares, but it's not. It's the Invesco QQQ Trust Series, NDX 100 trading vehicle. Made a peak D at 180.65. It could bounce a little bit with the Dow if the Dow is going to make that leg D to the upside. The others should follow. And then we're going to test. This is the week that I'm looking to see. Do we add to the short side? We actually mostly have long positions. Do we add then? Or do we just wait for some kind of evolvement in the upside to see whether or not we're getting clues as to a reversal? Parameters to watch, 177.50, very important to hold this week on the QQQs, and 180.66 starts on leg E. IWM, this is the Russell 2000 trading vehicle. Have they changed the name? No, still called the iShares Russell 2000 ETF. 168.80 up 30.32. It's one of the better technical. No, what should I say? It's one of the better performers today. Technically, it's bumping into the Chapman wave inside track, one of my techniques that I use, inside track repellent zone. It needs to really clear a 169.50 to be able to tackle the 169.87 left side high. And then it needs to go all the way to 170.20. Above that, breaks out to a new all-time high. Possible to do. I like this action over the last couple of days. Peak C will start at 169.88, and it fails if it goes under 167 one more time this week. Now we're going to get to gold. Gold trading down $6 at 12.25. Had a nice candle on Friday. Not enough. It's a start of attempting at least to try to push a little bit higher. Let me just check here. 1234. Let me see. Yeah, 1234 is the 9-period exponential moving average. 1240 is the 14 period. And the way I'm looking at it, I think unless the gold can really start to trade in the 1240s and hold there for a good couple of days, it really needs to do that. You won't be changing the downtrend very long, or it'll only be a pop-up and retest again the 1210 area. So this is going to be very important, how it happens, how this week pans out by Friday, where we are. Silver's given back any of the gains that it had on Friday. It's down 12 cents at 15.42. It's the same story. Hey, wait a minute. The dollar is okay, but not great. It's up 8 cents at 94.53. I think the dollar is consolidating, but it's not helping gold or silver just yet. So the dollar made a high of 95.65. I've got that as a peak C. This is going to be a tough call. Will we see a leg D to 75.66 or higher? If it happens, that's really going to improve the weekly chart. So let's make the parameters clear. Into the 95.70s this week, really good action. Below 93.70 this week, not such good action. So that's the way I'm looking at the dollar. We're still long from 90. We've got some room to play with here because the weekly and monthly technicals are already improving a lot. EUR, USD, look at this. Euro-dollar currency pair, giving back a little bit down 0.02 at 1.17. Kind of stuck in a range between 12.77 and resistance and 12.15.90. 12? What did I say? 1.153 support and 1.176 resistance. Ooh, that was a hard one to do. USD JPY, that's the yen, United States dollar yen currency pair. Yeah, it's 111.34. It looks like it's going to be making a peak F, and that goes together with the dollar. I'm watching these closely because at 111.34, if the euro-dollar currency pair slides under 109.7, that's going to say the weekly chart is taking a bit of a breather. It could last a couple of weeks. I'll be right.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary Power Law Vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Basil takes your phone calls. Now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Hi folks, we're back. High grade copper 2.74. It's just stuck in this range at the bottom. It's really a flat stochastic. MACD's trying to turn up. It should really be at 2.81 with the technicals improving a little bit. It's really struggling. Copper's not good together with wood, which is the iShares Global and Timber Forestry ETF, now down even more after a little mini peak D in the daily chart, peak F in the weekly, and a peak E in the monthly. This is serious stuff. I think internationally, we've got to be prepared that there could be some kind of a pullback. All right, now let's look at the TLT. The TLT at this point is the Lehman 20-year Treasury Bond Fund, down sharply, down $1.32 at minus 1.09. This is telling me that the TNX, and I said this to subscribers over the weekend when I sent out my more than a dozen, I don't know how many charts it was, that yields are starting to rally. You've got to be careful here. Well, let me just show you this. I've got too many up here. Let me just show you. So the TNX with my Chapman Wave projections shows that it broke 29.16, 28.80. These are the resistance levels in the daily chart. 120-minute chart doesn't have much above, and the weekly chart has 29.90 to 30.26 as resistance levels. This is a big deal. And now let me just move out of this for a second. Actually, should I do this one? No, I want to keep this one because there's some other things I want to talk about. So I'll go to my little E-mini chart. This is a 10-minute chart. Looks like it should go higher. Let's get out of that. We don't need it right now. Just give you parameters. At 2807.50, the E-mini could go even higher. And I'd say at 1235 up 6, it's up 4.50. It isn't up 6 yet. It's actually working its way there. We'll see what happens. 5 minutes is at peak C. It could go to leg D. So 2807.50 is very good action. And any slide from here under 2803, not good. Let's get out of this, and I'll show you something very interesting. Out, damn spot. Okay, now we're going to go to this chart right here. And this is the 3 time frames. This is the 30-year T bond yield, the TYX, white. The 10-year is the brown TNX. That is the 10-year yield. And the FVX, the 5-year cyan, is right here. Look at that big move. And we were only there over the weekend. And I said, hey, be careful. It looks to me like yields want to actually move higher. And look how much higher they are. Nice U-shaped turn. Oh, very interesting pattern. And it says, got to watch this real closely. At this point, it's not a big deal because we're within trading range, but we've got to watch it. Only thing missing now is crude oil. Crude oil is trading at down 42.42 at 67.84. It looks like it made a peak in the daily. Peak C1, C2, it's like a D, and then a leg E going to a PE with a doji top in the weekly. This really suggests that if the 6680s, where the 200 period weekly orange line moving averages, if it closes under that this week, we could be making a peak D in the monthly chart with a lower high in August to come. Got to watch this real closely. I think I've covered everything I wanted. XLF. XLF. Now, the reason why I said that, oh, look at the XLF. Oh, this is good action. Yields going up, huh? Good action in the XLF, which is the S&P Select Financial Spider, up 38 cents at 27.93. It's about to make a leg D if it goes above 27.98, and that will be leg D in the daily, and it will start to test once again the dash downtrend line, long-term downtrend line in the weekly chart. It needs to close above it decisively, treat it as support. Not going above it once is no big deal. You got to hold there and show that you got the veracity, you got the strength and the technicals to be able to turn just a little bit lower down into key support, and that lower down would be the 2720 to 26, 2720 to 2680s. Okay, now we're going to go to questions that I had. I was asked about GE. I don't see anything in GE right now. I suspect it's going to be in about 2 months' time that we start to look at GE, and this guy's going to get some things right. That's where GE will improve a lot. One of the things that I wanted to look at here is, oh, IYR. This is the REITs. See what the yields are doing. So it's down 44 cents at 79.83, made a peak E in the daily chart, made a peak D in the weekly chart. Got to watch that in a single leg A. Hey, don't watch these REITs because it's going to be very important what happens over the coming week and a half in this particular sector. Let's go to the IYT. Always got questions about that. Yep, there they are. They're lined up. IYT is in leg D. Still leg D. Wow, 4 days. It's just been going to higher highs in the daily chart. High bars, I should say. Now we're getting close to the 196 level where there's going to be tremendous Chapman wave. Look, Chapman wave inside track. Let me just draw this for you. You can maybe use it in your own techniques. That's green. This is red, and the red comes in right here. Pink. I like to make it pink, and I put it just underneath there. So this says we're very close to the area of resistance. It's called the Chapman wave inside track repellent zone. And that comes in at 194. If it's today, it's 194.80. Tomorrow, it's a little bit lower down, 194.72. And it goes to 190. Today, it'll be 196.13. And tomorrow, it'll be just a little bit lower than that. That's that inside track repellent zone. Watch it closely. It looks to me like it wants to go higher. And that's going to help the market for a little while. Dow's now up 6.79. And S&P is up 4.34. Isn't that interesting? Got about 7 minutes to go. No, 10 minutes to go before we get to that area, that time frame. Okay, quickly, I'm looking at OSX. I haven't looked at the dollar OSX for. Is it OSX, dollar OSX, or just OSX? No, dollar OSX. Whoa, this is the Philadelphia Oil Services Sector Index. And it's down 2.96, down almost 2% at 146.54. This is not good. XLE, I was asked about XLE, also down a little bit, down 27 cents, not so bad, but it's just struggling right here. It's not really doing anything. It's S&P Select Energy Spider Fund. Next question I had was the XMI. So I don't necessarily look at the XMI very much anymore because I think the Dow for me is pretty much the same, except that the XMI did make a peak D in the Chapman wave inside track repellent zone, and it needs to break above 2502.10 to start a leg E, and it's at 2490.10 right now. And that monthly chart's the same as the Dow. It's just it really represents a sideways action that says you could trade in this rectangle formation quite a while longer. The cup formation in the weekly chart is going to get a very important information if the MACD continues higher and the stochastic goes from 74 to 80%, and the XMI actually trades at 25.27 in the next this week, anytime this week. So I hope that helped you there. XLI, oh, is that the industrials? Yes. S&P Select Industrial Spider Fund has made a peak D. They're all very similar, way underneath the previous high. I'm just watching this. All I can say is that at 74.18 down 26, it looks to me like it's really struggling. This particular industrial ETF is struggling. All right, I'll be right back. Dow is up 14, S&P is up 513. Will it get to a plus sixes in the next, what is that, 26? Yeah, next 10 minutes, 9 minutes. I'll be right back.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Think or Swim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
The TAS Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the TAS Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner Plus right at TFNN.com. And when you sign up, you gain instant access to John Logan's most recent webinar, How Price, Volume, and Time Make Market Profiles So Unique. This hour-long webinar with John Logan will walk you through the most powerful features of the scanner and how you can use it to become a more successful and profitable trader. You pay absolutely nothing for 30 days while you try out this software risk-free. For more information on the TAS Profile Scanner and to get your 30-day free trial today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, let me just show something here. This is the dollar 120-minute chart. It made a peak D, that little doji high at about 7 on the 19th at about 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Then it comes to trough A, but then it bounces a little bit, and then within that, there's a little trough right there, a low of 95.08, and it goes to 95.09. So that makes a trough. So that has to be counted. The whole object of the Chapman Wave methodology is to count every trough and every peak. Because, look, if I do that, I get trough A, trough B. Then it whizzes past that previous A minus, which is the original one, and it goes to a C, and then a D, and it goes to a low E, lowercase e, right here on the 22nd at 23:15. That is whatever, 11:15 last night. And now it's in leg B to the upside. So remember, you got to count each one because that's your only obligation. It's good to do because then you're very, very thorough and you're prepared for any alternate wave counts. Now, the question is, where did it go? Goldman Sachs. So Goldman today is up a little bit, yeah, up to 40, going to a leg D. Now, this is kind of important because it's saying that it is in a buy mode in the daily chart. Weekly chart is still struggling, is trying to turn up. But this is a very important moment for three reasons. Look, it broke to a leg D in a buy mode with a good MACD, good stochastic at 81%. It needs to clear this last hurdle right here on the 13th, the high of 238.23. If it's able to do that, then all of a sudden the 239.34 200 period exponential moving average becomes a magnet. The low that was made on the 2nd of 218.89, let me write that in, 218.89 on 7/2, that's going to be really important because if this is a low of significance, especially with bonds pulling back sharply and yields rallying, then there should be a very successful test of the 225 to 219, let's call it 218 area on any big pullback coming up in the next 3 weeks. And that's going to be a big test. Why? Because if it breaks that monthly chart starts to deteriorate even more. At this point, it's just barely holding on. Stochastic and MACD in the weekly chart have turned up. So is the histogram. This is the potential to start a decent move, but we're going to have to monitor it as well. So that's what we're looking at there. Other thing is if I did a Chapman wave left side, right side price time match right there, you've already gone way past the time period that would have made it a successful one. Look, I can't do that again because it's going to come in there. We're way beyond that. So I have to look at the next candle. The next candle would be for me somewhere around this peak over here. That's the way we do it, right at that peak. Got to have a methodology, otherwise you get nothing. So this is the methodology. And it says, okay, put in another left side, right side rectangle right there. That might even be too much. But anyway, you're going to have something. And now it's saying, aha, by the 1st of August, there should be a test of the high of the 13th of 238.23. I look at that and I think that's a little bit too far to the right. I think something over here around about the 27th would be what I'd be looking at. Yeah, I could do it beforehand. That's fine. All right. So Goldman Sachs is acting very nicely here. It wasn't the other day, but now in the last 2 days, it's had some really nice, two good candles. Next question I had was Halliburton. Didn't Halliburton have some earnings or something? Okay, Halliburton. Oh, Halliburton 41.74 down 3.46. Not a good pattern at all. Halliburton failing way under the 200 period moving average, making an M formation. Look, M formation, like a high, an uppercase M. And this is not good. It suggests that there's a real good chance that over the next week, it's going to test 40.72, breaks that, goes even lower. 200 period moving average in the monthly chart is at 35.98. I'll just go one step at a time. It better hold 41, otherwise it's in trouble. All right. Next question I had, I was Triple M. I was looking at this over the weekend. It was doing kind of okay, but not great at all. If you're looking at the daily chart, hey, that's not bad. Hey, look at the weekly chart. Lowercase h goes to lowercase m. Look at the monthly chart. Triple M is in trouble, and it's telling me that there's a chance that it will not really participate in any big rally on the upside in the Dow until maybe later in the year. UTX, which we own in the 119s, is at 129. Nice rebound. It's doing quite nicely. I might have to even consider adding to this. I don't know yet. We'll see. But this is acting very nicely here at 129.88, just down 38 cents. All right, I think I've done most of those. We've got a couple of questions in the den. What was that question I had earlier on? Would I look at a BX? Was it BX? I hope it was BX. Oh, write it in the play. Good. Here we go. BX. BX is trading at 36.10. Now, this is the Blackstone Group LP. I like it. I think it's going to be choppy for the next 3 to 4 weeks. I wouldn't be surprised if it trades between 37 and 34s. Not a big deal when you're looking at the monthly chart. The pattern is improving a lot in both the weekly and the monthly. So I'm going to say to the person who asked me, is that something that you would start buying? What was the question exactly? Basil. Well, 2 questions. Basil, have you ever seen a stock market like this? Are there any in the past that you would compare? Does history rhyme? I'm going to come back to that, but the question I think that you asked was BX. All right, I'm not sure whether it was to add to a position. If it's an add to a position, I'd probably say you've got the position. It's really good. If you're adding, I'd add here at 36.11, but only a small amount. And this one I would have a stop on, because if it takes out 36.10, if BX closes under 35, I think it can come back to the between 34 and 33. That's not a risk you need to take. But at this point, I would say, yeah, if you haven't got it and you want to start a position, probably, although you've got to realize there's a 12% risk, I'd say, yes, you can start a position because you are a long-term holder. You like to buy and hold. This fits that category, buy and hold, but you've got to be prepared for a 10 to 12% correction. Hope that helps you. BX trading at 36.10, up 15 cents. Another one, let me just refresh. Yeah, there it is. Could I look at the SOX index a little closer? You want the SOX? Look, the SMHs are down 29 cents at 106.37. I haven't added to the short position. We took really nice profits on the way down. I'm just holding the little bit that we've got left. There's a short in the SOXS, which is 3 times short. I'm looking at the weekly chart, and the weekly chart says, I'm on the cusp. I could break down if I go under 103, 102, I'd say. I can break to the upside if I go to 110. So like 4 points down, 4 points up makes a big difference, both in the weekly and monthly charts. So all I'm going to say is I don't have a signal yet, but I am looking at this and saying there's enough energy left over that there could be a test of the 108s one more time. And that's what I'm looking at, the semiconductor market vectors ETF trading at 106.32, down 34 cents. Hope that helped you. Another question, I'll get to them as soon as I come back. Basil Chapman, Thai Technicians out, Dow's up 10, S&P's up 5. Oh, so it didn't quite make that up 6. I think it might have. Just for a moment, I better check.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
So the E-mini's up 775. It was up 6 at 12:35 Eastern Time. So that should say that there'll be a nice up close. I think we've passed the area of choppiness. Now we should have a trend. So leg D in the 5-minute E-mini chart and leg C in the 10-minute chart. All right, let's get back to the nitty-gritties. Question I had was Walmart. Walmart, WMT, trading at 87.62, down 45 cents. This is a very interesting one. It made an ABC. I don't know why I didn't change that. I meant to do it over the weekend. I looked at this, but I didn't. I thought I'd change it. Okay, so that becomes a down arrow right there. This becomes an up arrow right here. And we've got a brand new, very quick peak A, peak B, peak C, and a peak D, but just with the plus sign because the MACD is still good. Stochastic is at 78%, dipping a little bit, but the price hasn't gone below the 9-period moving average, hasn't closed below the 9-period moving average, or the 200, or the 14. So they're all coming together. So far, this is good action. Just a bounce in the monthly chart and a bounce in the weekly chart. So it's really important for Walmart to go to 89.60 in the next, I'd say 3 days, not breaking below 85.50. That's really what I'm looking at there. What would I do right now? I actually would be nothing. I wouldn't be touching Walmart. Weekly chart is improving, but it hasn't improved enough with the technicals being so strong. So I'm looking at it and saying, just a bounce for now. Boeing, yep, the usual Boeing question. Boeing, BA, trading, if I can find where I typed that. BA, did I say BA? Oh, I keep typing it on the chart. That's not very clever. Okay. Peak D in Walmart in the daily. And now we're going to go to BA. Okay, Boeing down 40 cents at 354. Made a peak C. Remember on Friday I said, Thursday and Friday, it's made a peak C, but the way it's acting, it doesn't even have to, it's like a gray peak C, although I've got an up arrow because the stochastic went way above 80% and the MACD is good. I think it could go to a D just above 363. Was that? Let me just check. Above 361.86, and then I think it comes back down. It is in a sideways trading band, but it is positive that the second U has had a higher low, and that's important. So I'm watching it, but I just don't think it's making going to make a new high in the summer. Okay, FCAU. This is Fiat Chrysler trading at 18.91, down 41, something about, I saw it go by, something about the CEO having a problem, a health problem, something like that. Anyway, I don't see it going anywhere. The automobile sector, especially the foreign autos, are individually, this is struggling. Fiat trading down 42 cents, coming back from the low of the day, but I think it's just stuck in a range. Let's look at Toyota Motors, TM. Toyota's trading down 10 cents, also just stuck in a range. Let's look at Honda Motor Company. I think it is HMC. Yes, same thing. Let's look at General Motors, GM. Oh, let's look at Ford. Oh, terrible. Let's look at Race, which is Ferrari. Oh, down $6.07 at 133.93, down 4.34% after a peak D. There it is. Those Ds are awesome in the Chapman Wave methodology. Weekly peak D, monthly leg D. A leg D because you have to wait the whole month to see if it's a peak. Wow, this is going to be very important. The automobiles, let's see what Siri's doing. I think a lot of people that buy new cars choose to keep Siri for a while, I think. Well, it's holding okay. It's not great. 7.08 minus 3. Nah, nothing much to see here, folks. Now, I don't think I've missed any questions. Okay, so the question I had here, a statement in the, DRG. So let's look at the PPH. PPH is, in fact, the exact title is Van Eck Vector Pharmaceutical ETF, ABCD in the monthly chart, ABCD. No, it's ABC in the monthly, ABCD in the weekly, and holding okay in the daily chart. Don't rule out the pharmaceuticals in this environment. They seem to be holding pretty darn well, considering all that talk about lower pharmaceutical drugs. Yeah, holding at 60.58, up 8 cents. Not bad. Let's look at the IBB, which we are long. IBB holding steady, up 5 cents at 118.31. Made a very quick B, C, and now I'm expecting a D above 118.81. I'm watching this closely. You got that weekly possible double top. We've had a real nice run. We're in from the 110s, and now it's at 118s, 8 points in a fairly short while. Can't complain, 8%. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, okay, tell me, because if you have a big spike to the 119.50, 120.25 area, that's one thing. If you just make a nominal peak D in the 118.80s or even 118.92, and then 3 days later you're down to 117.10 to 116.70, that's not good. The monthly chart looks like it wants to go to a new higher leg, which will be leg F. All right, good. Another question I had was in the agris, TRCCI, any signs there? Yeah, it's holding very much better than gold. 407.40 in the TRCCI. This is a Thomson Reuters equal weighted commodity index trading at 407.43. Symbol is dollar TRCCI. That's how I get it. And the monthly chart is not good at all. Weekly chart is a little bit worse. And the daily chart has plummeted. This is a bounce that needs to hold. We'll have to see. If it takes out the low of 402.60, that's going to be real negative. I was asked if I would look at something I was discussing the other day. Remember Cintas on Thursday, it had made a peak C, and I said, let's watch it closely because earnings are coming out. If it spikes to the upside, it should go to a leg D all-time high. Well, it not only went to an all-time high, it was up 8 or something like that. Now it's up 3.55 over and above in a very strong single leg D to the upside. That usually says that I'm going to type this in. This usually says that you could form some kind of a rectangle formation here. And that's going to be very important. We're supporting the 203s and resistance around about 209s. I'm going to be watching this very closely. Superb action. Leg D in the daily, leg D in the weekly, leg E in the monthly, all-time highs. Great performance. Microsoft, remember I said peak D, I think it's going to go to a peak C. I think it's going to go to a D, and lo and behold, it had a D, gapped up huge. Microsoft went to 108.20 on the 20th. Then it closed down towards the low of the day, but still a huge gap to the upside, but below the peak C top. And today is an inside bar, huge green bar, very nice candle. Hey, this looks to me like it's going to chop, chop, chop. And then maybe in about a week's time, we'll be looking at Microsoft having a bit of a rest after such tremendous action. That'll be if it closes in the 105 to 104s in the next week. I'll be right back. Basil Chapman, Dow's up 11. S&P's up 5 1/4. I'll be right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, folks. This is Steve Rhodes. Stay tuned for another great hour of the Trader's Edge, heard here at TFNN.com.
Well, folks, we're back. Okay, so a couple of things I want to look at here. Look, this is the QQQs with the Chapman wave projections. Look at that 178.46. We're trading at 179.28, so that's been taken out. 183.80 is the upside major resistance. But what's really important, look, very few support levels, 165.31. Look at the IWM, right there. Now, this is going to be very important in that within the context of looking at the overall picture. I'm going to just do this very quickly. See if I can get it. Okay, got it. Within the overall picture, what it is saying is that, let me just get out of that there. What it is saying is that 170.22 is resistance. It's at 169.006 now. It's turned positive, up 58 cents in the IWM. 171.88 is next. If I change that to a weekly, we are right cusping, right at resistance. If it breaks into the 170 area, there's not all that much resistance at this particular point. until you get to the 171s, 172s. So I'm looking at this and I'm suggesting to you that there should be higher highs to come. I don't want to be short too early here. It's just not. It's not the right game. Feeder cattle. I was asked about that. Yeah, peak G/C with the doji candle very at 153.32, down 35 cents. The weekly chart is improving. I think that there's going to be some support if it breaks under 149. 152 to 149 is a containment area. A break under that and feeder cattle goes way lower. But if it starts to trade in the 156s, that's kind of a breakout for the weekly chart. All right. So let me just do this very quickly because we're about to wrap up. You're going to go to Steve Rose. Have a great show with Steve coming up. And of course with Dave White. I'll be back at 4 o'clock to do Tom's show. So looking forward to that as well. So here we are. VIX index is down. Oh, it's up one penny at 1287. Watch the VIX. If it starts to slide under 1270 by 3 o'clock, the market will close nicely higher. If all of a sudden it bounces against the 1294s, be careful. You could be in a containment area for the short term. I think it'll close nicely. And have a great day. And I'll be back in a second to do the update. So.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.